What's up, everyone? So today we are printing our Birdie Juice tee. This is our best-selling t-shirt on 2-putt. We are using our Rock P20 press. We do all of our printing in-house so we can control our quality for you guys, and we are using Comfort Color blanks, so really high-end t-shirt for you guys because quality is absolutely everything. Today we'll be mixing a custom Pantone for the sky blue. The rest of them are going to be stock colors. I'm going to take you guys along. We're going to be setting up the press, putting in the hardware, filling the inks, and actually running production, lining everything up, and you guys can see the process start to finish on actually how we produce these t-shirts for you guys. So you guys know all the work that goes into it. So it'd be kind of cool, show you a little behind the scenes, and hope you guys enjoy. But we're going to start by making a Pantone. I believe it is 297C. That is going to be the sky blue. Everything else is just going to be coming out of a stock jug. But let's go make some ink. Alright, so to make this color, it's pretty simple. We just need a few spatulas for mixing, a nice new empty container, a scale. We're going to be using the Rio mixing kit from Willflex. So we're using indigo blue, sunshine yellow, and white. So blues are pretty easy colors to make. It's really just blues and a little bit of yellow. There's nothing really crazy. When you start getting into some other colors, we'll be using 4 or 5 different colors to actually make the color that we're looking for, the actual Pantone. So we're matching it to a T to exactly what we want instead of just using pre-made gallons. But I'm going to take this hoodie off because it's going to get a little dirty and I don't want to ruin my nice, beautiful course hoodie from 2putt.com, obviously, where you guys are watching this. But let's get started. So it's pretty simple. To start, we're going to take our jug, we're going to put it on our scale or our quart. We're going to tare it, so we're going to zero out the scale. So we're not calculating the actual weight of the container in it. So first we're going to start with 773.40 grams of mixing white, the base of the actual ink. It's 123. We're going to do this a few times. Alright, we got 300 grams. So we got that, and then so now that we have our base white in, we're going to tare it again so we can measure the 24.7 for the indigo. Aquamarine is a different color in the kit. That's 11 grams, so we can do that pretty much the same size again. That's actually 27, that's 25, so 0.3 off is fine again. Nice metal spatulas makes it really easy to wipe off. We only need 1.8 grams of this. We need literally, this is actually useless. But since we have so much white, it's going to affect it more than it looks. It's not even registering that. It literally says 0 grams still. See if we can get it to like register. Okay, cool. So we got, now we have all our color in. We can go ahead and mix it all in. We'll get it all as much as we can off that so we're not adding anything to it. And it's pretty simple. All we really have to do is start mixing. So now we're going to put our 6 screens into the press, and we're going to get hardware loaded up, inks loaded up, and we'll start our first test prints. Screen, we'll give it a cool down. And we'll put this one just straight up on the last. Cool. Need to put a clean squeegee in that one. So right now I'm putting the PRU board on. This is our pre-registration board, so it's a bracket we can use with 3 points of contact here. So we can put all the screens in the exact same spot. So that way, we can start at an even spot. What we did right there was we put everything in the PRU position. So it's those same 3 points of contact that we have in the darkroom. So we burn those images to those 3 points of contact. So it's not registered theoretically yet. Everything will need a minor tweak, but we're about 95% there as long as the screens are burned correctly. So next we'll be putting inks in, and we'll be printing 2 test shirts. Hopefully we knock it off in 2, make it easy. And then we'll be able to go right into production of the actual garments. So I got a test shirt on. First we're gonna print our base. We're gonna be walking around doing this manually around here. Right now we're gonna be checking if screens are clearing, if the off contacts are good, which that means the distance above a place like this one, we're not, we need to go higher. All right, so now we're gonna do our final test print. We're locked in and loaded. We're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna do our final one. We just do one before we run the whole stack, because if we have 20 on the press and there's something wrong, we're gonna defect, 20% of the run since we're only printing 100 shirts. So we're gonna get it nice and locked and loaded. So right now I'm just applying a water-based glue on the plates. This is better than spray tack like in the cans we use. This will last pretty much the whole 100 shirts. Because if we don't have the shirts stay down onto the plates, we will have a lot of printing problems. They'll be moving, the next colors won't line up again. And this is the proper way of doing it. Water-based ink is much better. It doesn't come off into the shirt, it stays on the plate. It's not good for hoodies because the fleece kind of just gungs it up. All right, so we have our final test print on, and we're going to use actually a garment from the order. We've done about 4 or 5 test prints. We lined up all the different screens. We ended up deciding to skip this underbase here just because we want to keep the thickness of the print down. Since the design's one big block of ink on the back, we don't want it to stick onto our customers' backs. And also they'll crack faster, and this will be a longer lasting shirt, deciding not to use it. So it's just gonna keep coming here in a second. It has a delay because of the flashes, because it has to keep those plates at a certain temperature. But first up, we're gonna be printing our red. That's, the part of the flag. I ended up deciding to triple stroke all these, so because we're not using underbase, to get them just a little bit more brighter. So it's not gonna be the quickest print run, but it's only 100 pieces, so it's not too bad. As we get hotter, I could probably drop them down just to 2 strokes, or probably wouldn't be that big of a difference. As we get hotter plates, the ink will cure a little bit right after it gets printed, so when the second hit goes down, it stacks it. When you print wet ink on wet ink, nothing happens. You gotta have a little bit of a cure so you can stack the colors. Green's going down right now. It's gonna come over to this empty spot. Then it's gonna come to this flash before we hit the sky blue. The design's gonna look all funky because we're printing the blue last. The blue touches everything. So right now it looks incomplete. Next up is the sky blue. This was the custom Pantone that we ended up mixing for this job. We just didn't have a stock color that worked for it. But it ended up coming out really good. Or not top white, just white now. We'll hit one more flash, and then we will be right over to the final color, which is the blue. All right, guys, thank you so much for following me around today and following the process of how we make the ink, set up the press, and actually print t-shirts. Right here, this is the Birdie Juice tee. This is the one you guys watched today. This is the best seller on the website, so go to 2put.com and check out the new t-shirts that we're launching.